couple of weeks back, I promised the guys that I would feature something to start our new playlist. That playlist was all about deck lists, both standard and premium. And we're going to cover some of them, but we haven't got around that yet, and now it seems like the perfect time to. So today we have this Spike Brothers standard slash premium optimized deck. It's one of my favorites, especially for the ability of slowing down the grade 2 games a bit without having to rely on Seabreeze much, and also easy to pick up for you standard players out there. Alright, so to start things out, we have a 2 copies of General Seabreeze, 4 copies of Juggernaut Maximum, 1 copies of Unit Attacker, and 1 copy of Hivemaker. The main play of the deck is to stack Force Marker and outrun your opponent's hand when guarding big number, especially early game. Also finishes off either on Agrias, the new ace, or even Hellheart. 4 copies of the maximum is a must, since 23k means 15k guard on force decks. Also getting the 10k's on right, so you don't feel bad about giving the other column the force marker. You may disagree with 2 Siegfried. I could understand that. He's a good ride, good finisher if you ever pushes your opponent's damage to 4 or even 5 during your first grade 3 ride. But most of the time, it's right is right, so you'll have to be taking out his force marker. You'll just be taking his more force marker anyway. Same goes for Unite Attacker. You'll just be getting the force marker from him, but if a day goes wrong and you're getting grade 2 game against mess up your field clans such as Kagero or Narukami, you'd be thankful to have souls for the last push. I'm thinking of removing him for a Rising, both Rising, which one is the prevalent version, if I happen to get only the Hivemaker, so I could search him up. But we'll have to see. And 1 Hivemaker, because sometimes you'd check a Mayhem Tiger during Hellhatch drive and you'd want the Tiger out of your hand. Next we have the grade 2. We have 2 Spike Bouncer, 4 High Speed Bracky, 2 Treasured Black Panther, and 3 Mayhem Tiger. I'm cutting the amount of bouncer I brought because how quick games could be in the recent meta, and you won't be consistently countercharging stuff. This especially goes well with Ace or Agrias that takes out one of your counterblasts, so you might run out when you need one. So to it is a 4 Bracky for the early game rushes that almost nobody bothers to guard. 2 Black Panther because of Ace's Soul Blast is so good, and you'd want to hit them with crazy numbers early in the first ride. And 3 Mayhem because 4 will be too much, but 2 will ruin your day if you're going against a PG stacker. That will have been awful. Let's move on to the great ones. We have 2 Kismok Alma, a 3 Gyros Liquor, 4 Wonder Boy, 3 Acrobat Freddy, and 2 Mental Tier. So one day I met someone that plays Gastille and stuck a Charlotte in. Not going well for my 4 Marilyn. And yeah, you get the idea. You might argue that Jamie's better, being a 7k and all. I can understand that, especially when you're going against all G decks and don't want to waste a turn giving them damage. But me, I like countercharging. 3 gyros, because cutting down Bouncer doesn't mean you have to skip out the good old bind and call combo with Agrias. Also works during Picaro and Mecha Instructor. 4 Wonder Boy, because sometimes life just gives you too much non-grade 1 in your drop zone. 3 Acrobat Freddy, because Revival Collection is a blessing on an English version only. Sorry for that. Sorry for that, you're Japanese. And you don't always trigger for me to Stride. Stride is hard in standard deck. And 2 Tears, because I like countercharge and the deck lacks countercharge. Next we have the Great Zeros. So here we have 3 Mecha Instructor. 3 Machinery slot back. This is the Mecha Instructor. 2 Chirgle Marilyn. 4 Cheerful Links. 4 Chirgle Tiara and 1 V Mecha Trainer. So 3 crits because this one goes to the soul. And I hate having my Ace Vanguard getting a no guard on 18k plus. 80k. 3 Mecha Instructor because Agres and Picaro combo, that's still a thing. 2 Marilyn because 2 Alma. 4 Cheerful Links because you'd need more draws, especially if you happen to hell hard the game, you'd need that hand way more. And last but not least, 4 Tiaras, because why getting a Lindsay when you got no jelly beans? Oh, and also a Mecha Trainer that sticks into your soul for later Soul Blast but throws you a card. Pretty standard deck, I guess. Okay, let's move on to the Great 4. So, we have Formido to clean your opponent's field as long as it's not 5 or more, and Free Strike. 3 of this Violence Ace, because if you're going on the 4th, might as well drop the Hellheart and end the game. Also, he's a very good first right or in between strike that throws you the more you GB up and actually rewards you for stacking soul. 2 Agrias, because it's still one of the best multi-attack combo with the standard base deck. 1 Merindol, in case you couldn't Formido them while getting damage denied, and also pretty on hit skill, give you 5k for every face up G zone. Picaro flip, Ace flip, yeah. 1 Picaro, Spike Brothers Panic Button since the glorious days of G Technical Booster 1. 1 Hellheart 8, aka finish the game, Spike Brothers style. 1 Rectome, for the rainy days you feel that you could have won the game with the top card of your deck, but you only have a heal in your hand. 1 Dismal, because sometimes someone is keen on hitting your Braki over and over again. I hate that. 2 Hekaton Gias, whatever you call him, the G-Guard that was ruined by misprinting on English version, but ruined everyone's day when they thought they removed that combo piece by taking it out into drop or soul. And 3 Linus, because sometimes Fortune smiles upon you and gives you 3 heals at once. And last but not least, Force Marker, because not having enough marker would mean you aren't eligible to continue the game. I've yet tested the Force 2 because the English set has yet dropped on my local, but we'll get to it. Alright, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Any suggestion for improvement or even other decklist profile suggestion will be greatly appreciated. This has been Tony of the Nectus channel. Have a wonderful day.